So for today's art time, we're going to make these really, really cool handheld, toddler safe windmills, which are really good fun. They're easy to make. You don't need lots and lots of things. So what we've got are some sheets of foam, a pair of scissors, we've got some little glue dots, we've got a ruler, a pen, scissors, some paper straws, and we've got some of these. So this is what you start with. We made a 12.5 centimetre square of foam. So we drew it out and then we got to this. There's our 12.5 centimetre foam. The next thing we did is you fold it in half to make a triangle, press that down, and then you turn it around and do the other way. And what we need to do is to make a hole right in the middle. So where the creases meet here, right there, in the middle, that's where we want to make a hole. And then we make some cuts about halfway along here on each side, and we add some more holes, and then end up with something like this. So we've got a hole in the middle, we've got a hole on every other side. So if you look, see, you've got one hole here but not on that side, and then under the hole just there is a bit of glue, which you can just about see, a little glue dot. So these slits are about half the distance from the end to the middle. So we've got 5 holes. And here we go, this is what we have to do. You bring this into the middle so the hole meets the hole. Okay, so you can get a pipe cleaner through when we've finished. Alright. So let me take the next one, bring it into the middle, match the hole up, stick it down, bring the next one in, stick it down, and the next one, and stick it down. Now we're not quite finished, but what you need to be able to do is easily get a pipe cleaner through. So you join all the holes together. Now when we were doing this, we had some offcuts of foam left over, and using a glue stick, we pressed down really, really hard, and it made an impression. Can you just about see that on the camera? It made a circle. And then what we did, we cut out these circles here, and we put a hole straight in the middle, because you're going to need 2 of these. I'm going to have a red one and a blue one. I'm going to take a blue straw, I think. I've got a yellow pipe cleaner, 2 bits of circle foam with holes in the middle, and here's my windmill, my sail, ready to go. So this is what we do. You take your pipe cleaner and your straw, and you wrap the pipe cleaner around the straw, so it's fairly tight. You pop on one of these little washers all the way to the end, and then you feed the pipe cleaner through the back, through the front, and you just push that down. So that's now on the straw ready. The next thing we have to do is put another washer on top, push that on like that, and we're nearly there. We're nearly ready to try this. So I'm going to push that forward ever so slightly. Right, now all we do is, using a pair of scissors that you don't really care about, or if you're really careful with some pliers, we cut a little bit of the pipe cleaner off, because we don't need all of that. And then all we have to do is wrap this around, a bit like a snail, to make a little bit of something that holds it all together. And then this can spin round. Now it may not spin around at first, so you're going to have to do a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of work, but eventually you end up with one we made a little bit earlier on, which spins around. Now, one little tip that we found, if it isn't spinning when you start, it might be that you've squashed it all a bit too tight onto the straw. So there's no gap in there, and there's no gap in here. So what you want to do is just push it out a little bit, so there's a little bit more of a gap. Too much of a gap, it's going to hit that, so you just got to play around. But eventually, with a tiny bit of tweaking, you get a windmill. And that's today's art time.